Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, candy, costumes, and carnival games. How families are celebrating Halloween at USC's Greek Village. New technology is making it harder to avoid scams.
We kind of say it's not a matter of if you get hit, but when.
How it's impacting people across generations. But first,
save our schools!
Kids on the steps of the State House. A look into their reason for rallying after school. Carolina Insider starts now.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Davia Pugh. Breaking news today. According to South Carolina Public Radio, the Palmetto State is joining a lawsuit against Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. South Carolina is now one of 41 states suing the company for allegedly creating features that addict kids and worsen their mental health. Those features include endless scrolling and illegally gathering data on young consumers, violating consumer protection and child safety laws. There's now a new assignment on some students' minds in Richland County, keeping their teachers. Richland 1 administrations announced plans to move 11 educators to different campuses mid-year, upsetting parents, students, and the teachers themselves. Here with more on that is Chloe Castaigne. Chloe?
Thanks, Davia. The school board met almost to midnight last night to discuss the reassignments. It was at the top of their agenda. According to the superintendent, student class size and teacher ratios led to the decision. Teachers have 5 days to complete their transition. Some principals say they were not notified before the change. Teachers will also have time to speak with their previous students and clear out their current classrooms. Parents and teachers voiced their anger in the heated meeting. One committee member says this could be the tip of a larger iceberg.
We cannot reassign our way out of ignoring teachers. We've got to pay attention to them.
Earlier this week, hundreds of parents, students, and teachers rallied outside the R1 building, marching their way to the State House against the decision. They're calling for more accountability and transparency from the district. So clearly a controversial issue. Despite the upset it's causing, Richland 1 has decided to move forward with the decision. Back to you, Davia.
Thanks, Chloe. One of the few deep blue districts in the state now knows who will be running in the upcoming special election. Tamika Isaac Devine won yesterday's Democratic nomination for the state's Senate District 19. She is a former City of Columbia council member. Devine got 53% of the votes. The recent death of Senator John Scott left the seat empty. According to WIS-TV, she'll face a Republican challenger and 2 other candidates in January. Across the Midlands, a growing number of residents are falling victim to scams, and the university community isn't being spared either. Our Rachel Manning has more on how you can protect yourself.
USC student Dupree Royal thought she was buying Stanley Cup water bottles from a social media ad.
It never came in, and everyone was like, yeah, this website's a scam. All my work friends, I was like stressing out, freezing my card at work.
According to the South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs, South Carolinians lost more than $250,000 to scams in September. Businesses are also being affected by the rise in cybercrime. Senior Vice President of Cybersecurity at Willis Towers Watson, Ann Lastusky, works with businesses to advise them on cybercrimes. One of Lastusky's clients lost $8 million in a deep fake scam that used AI to replicate the CFO's face on a video call.
It not only looked like the call was coming from their CFO that they work with, but they actually were able to use their photo that they got offline and like AI and put that face over theirs.
Lastusky deals with cases like this every day.
We kind of say it's not a matter of if you get hit, but when.
Scams can go even bigger than this, affecting whole universities. I'm standing outside of the Gamecock iHub, where many USC students came for help after a recent scam hit campus. USC Director of Public Relations Jeff Stensland explained that the university has seen an increase of scammers trying to exploit university emails.
This year we saw overly aggressive attempts, and we estimate about 100 have actually gotten through.
With scams on the rise, students like Royal now have to worry about getting scammed personally and through their school. For Carolina Insider, I'm Rachel Manning.
While some are falling for tricks, kids are getting treats here on campus. Halloween may be a week away, but on Tuesday, USC's Greek Life welcomed Columbia families with their annual Trick or Treat with the Greeks. From robots to fairies, there were all sorts of classic costumes. The Greek community passed out candy, played games, and danced with the kids. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here Friday.